What's up, people? I'm Shaggy, the opinionated hippie, and this is Frank Zappa March Madness 2024, the guitar solos. We're still in round one. This is the second of the brackets. This is the North American bracket. The number one seed is Watermelon and Easter Hay, and since that song was spawned out of Joe's Garage, which I assumed, which is somewhere in Culver City, somewhere in Southern California, this is the North American bracket. I'm just going to run through the matchups. I'll put them up on the screen. We'll do the first four head-to-heads and the next four head-to-heads. And then you go in the comments and you vote for one solo in each head-to-head. If you are watching this on Wednesday-ish night and you have not yet voted in the first part of round one, the European bracket, there is a tie in one of those head-to-heads. So I need more votes. So chances are that if you go to round one, which is like a video or two before on this channel, you can still vote. If you can't vote, it will say in a pinned comment, voting is closed. If it does not say that, please vote because there currently is a tie. All right, let's get to these. I'm going to do the first four, put them on the screen, then we'll do the next four. Here are the, I took pictures of them, I screenshotted them, but I've not actually... I tried not to look at the actual matchup, so I'm seeing these for the first time, except for the first in each one. Here we go. Those are the matchups. We start off with Watermelon and Easter Hay off Joe's Garage, probably one of Frank's most beautiful solos, his most poignant, one that when Dweezil would play it on one of his tours about, maybe 10 years ago now, he cried often just because it was so moving and because it meant so much to Frank, and Dweezil being able to play Frank's stuff, pretty special. First, Transylvania Boogie, just this awesome opening track to Chunga's Revenge, really some of the best psych guitar energy Frank ever had. Boom, 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 just amazing rhythm section. Frank's guitar playing is amazing, edited down, or actually the last part of like a really, really, really long jam. But yeah, great opener, great psych guitar, awesome solo. That's the first head-to-head. Second head-to-head, he used to cut the grass, got a number of votes. This is one of the higher seeds in this competition. One of the more introspective, sort of thoughtful, sort of not immediately grabbing you by the throat and demanding your attention, Joe's Garage solos. I think it's one of those that maybe takes a little while for you to really, really, really appreciate how ridiculously fantastic this is. Versus another Chunga's Revenge. We got two Chunga's Revenge in this bracket. Chunga's Revenge itself, the solo from the song. A great song, usually some really good, heavy energy solos. The Chunga's Revenge solo off the album. That was specifically the vote. The next competition, we have Canarsie. Two interesting sort of atypical solos in Canarsie and Fire and Chains. You had Canarsie, which was... I'm forgetting how Canarsie exactly broke down. Right, there's like... Oh, man. Let's do Fire and Chains first. So we have Fire and Chains. On the 88 tour, Frank would drop loops and then solo over these like loops that he recorded during the show. During this one, they have a recording of, I think it's a senator going Fire and Chains and Fire and Chains. And then Frank drops his loop and he drops a guitar solo over that. You can hear it on Make a Jazz Noise here. And Canarsie, which I just spent a whole bunch of time talking about, on another video. It's like the basic track is live, and then there's like a whole bunch of overdubs. Like there's a 13 overdub in there. So a whole bunch of stuff going on. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of all over the place. Cucarulo's on sitar. Hearn's playing some bass. Like there's a lot going on in Canarsie. One of my favorite solos off Shut Up and Play Your Guitar. But yeah, that's going against Fire and Chains. Two really unique, weird, interesting, really awesome pairing. Canarsie versus Fire and Chains. And then the last one in this portion of the bracket, we have Deathless Horsey. Horsey? Why does that sound weird? Off another Shut Up and Play Your Guitar. Wow, we got two Shut Up and Play Your Guitars and two Chunga Revenges. And two Joe's Garages. This was weird. Deathless Horsey, just, I mean, the opening vamp, the guitar playing, the emotion. This one seems to have like this emotional component to it. There's something about just that vamp and the way it feeds into Frank's playing. It provides it just a little more texture and a little more like just can kind of almost tugs at the heartstrings in a really weird way for a song called Deathless Horsey. And then you got the guitar solo from Billy the Mountain on June 5th, 1971. Yeah, that got votes. It got nominated. I didn't put that here. Awesome choice. For those of you only familiar with Just Another Band from LA, Frank would drop solos. There would be maybe a keyboard solo, maybe a guitar solo. People would solo in Billy the Mountain, and these things went on forever. But that one from the Fillmore East 71, the box set, Mother 71, if you want to find it, track it down, June 5th, 1971, from that the Mother 71 box set. Check out that solo before you vote, because it's a good solo. Interesting that it got a vote. But those are what you're voting for in the first half of this bracket. You can see them right there. Write them down. Write down your votes now. Drop them in the comments after this, because we got 4 more head-to-heads. Don't go away, people. The next 4 head-to-heads. We have Any Kind of Pain off Broadway the Hard Way. Beautiful, beautiful. Frank's kind of thin guitar sound, kind of light and airy and just maybe jazzier, but it's just the phrasing on this, the solo on this, just everything about it. It fits the song so absolutely perfectly. Versus Florentine Pogan off A Token of His Extreme. I think this is hands down one of Frank's best rock and roll show, just to the rafters type energy thing. It's just got some great rock and roll showmanship type shredding. The way Frank plays all the way through like the ending part and just absolutely just awesome. This 2 solos almost on the opposite extremes with Any Kind of Pain and Florentine, but especially this Token one. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what wins out. I think I know, sadly. But yeah, that's your first. Your second one is I Come From Nowhere off Drowning Witch. A Ship Arrived Too Late. Great rock energy. Another one where Frank is just shredding and making noises. This is like 81, 82 energy, which is just manic Frank, just absolute Shredville. First 555. Yeah, which is an awesome, just aggressive, just really going at it. Conehead solo from 79. Not really a Conehead solo because it's in a Conehead, but it evolved into 555. So it kind of really doesn't bear much relation to the song, but absolutely phenomenal opening guitar solo to Shut Up and Play Your Guitar. A lot of Shut Up and Play Your Guitar solos in this part of the in this bracket, in this region, in the North American bracket. Oh yeah, look what's next. Return of Shut Up and Play Your Guitar. An Inca Road solo. An epic Inca Road solo. Somebody might have voted that one of his all-time favorite guitar solos Frank ever played. And it's going against the 21, the opening on Chicago. Chicago 78, over that 21 vamp, however that is, I'm not going to count out 21. One of those really weird kind of, does this solo make sense? And then the more you listen to it, the more you realize, oh yeah, it makes absolute perfect sense. It's just a lot to wrap your mind around. But it's an opening guitar solo, and to come out and open a guitar solo, with opening a concert with something so challenging and thought-provoking and just not unlike what other guitar players would do. Amazing solo, amazing performance. Versus Return of Shut Up and Play Your Guitar, an epic Inca Road solo. Another epic solo in this next head-to-head. You got the Montana from Stage 2. It's a ballad at that tempo. Solo kind of completely falls apart at the end. Just kind of, Frank does this down, builds it back up, and then Chester tries to start some drum stuff and it doesn't happen. The solo kind of goes on. Kind of typical of Fall 74. Very, let's take our time and just explore at a steady pace and do whatever it is we want to do type energy. The song is great. The solo is fantastic. And then an Illinois Enema Bandit off One Shot Deal. Awesome Illinois Enema Bandit solo. I've said many a times that the one thing that prevents me from skipping every Illinois Enema Bandit is the solos are always ridiculously fantastic. And One Shot Deal was like a compilation album of things from different eras. So this one was handpicked to be on this for a reason. The solo's fantastic. So you got Montana versus Illinois. These pairings are magical. Like the numbers just worked out crazy. Then we got, wow, that's absolutely fantastic. What else do we have? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Yeah, that's the end of this bracket. All right, I got the whole bracket up here. I'm trying not to look at. But yeah, look at them one more time. You got them? Write down the one you're going to vote for. That's it. All right, that's all I got. Write your votes in the comments. It is Wednesday evening, Texas time, Central Standard Time, about to be Daylight Savings Time, a couple days. So you have until about Friday evening. I will close this one. I'll put in the comment, I will pin a comment that says voting is closed. But you have until Friday, March 8th, evening time, nighttime, morning time if you're way out west. I don't know. But yeah, vote by Friday. All right. And then we'll put up the next bracket Friday evening. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. And again, if you haven't voted in round 1, that might still be up. So go check it, please. There was a tie when I started this video. Peace. Talk to you later.